going into our second winners semifinals match of the day. Those names at the top are not correct. I forgot to change them. I'm currently changing them now. First off, for Kaktuskumpelz 2000, we have the killing feature. A squid piloted by Finks, one of the two premier squid pilots. The other being my Keb that we saw in the previous match, but this is a Gatling Banshee squid with rear flare gun. Their ally, Dragon's Rage, piloted by Zedian. It is a Hwacha fish with a left side light carronade, right side Gatling gun. Their opponents are the superior Mobula division. Apparently not bringing a Mobula. Die Sunstrom Die is a Hwacha fish with left side light carronade, right side Gatling gun. Piloted by Derwacher, the leader of the Mobula Master Race clan. So this is kind of distressing to see him flying a goldfish here. I'm not, but maybe it's due to their allies loadout, the Skyborn, piloted by Sunstrom. It is a Merc Dual Artemis Mobula with a Banshee Gatling on the outer wings. So I do wonder why Zedian decided, excuse me, not Zedian, Derwacher decided to switch to Goldfish at the last moment, considering they were representing Dual Mobula in the lobby. This does mean they have a little less sniping power, which, as I was talking about earlier in between the matches, Battle on the Dunes is a map that is very conducive to long-range defensive play. It is it's very wide open. It's very large. You look at all those squares. I can't count that many squares. There are too many of them, and just not a lot of terrain to hide behind. You know, there are a few points of interest. You see this rusty ship right here, often used defensively by the blue team, because it's very protective of blue spawn and lets you deck behind it if you need a little bit of cover. And on the other side, you see these ribs on red side of the map, which offer a lot of defensive advantages, especially if you're going to be sniping. But what Kaktuskumpelz 2000 has decided to bring to this game is not a long-range sniping build. It is a squid and a goldfish. So they're the ones going to be wanting to close the distance. Dragon's Rage keeping low to the ground. He's trying to use this dune to maybe cover his approach a little bit. Killing Feature, on the other hand, using the cloud cover, still getting spotted. He's running to the western engine. That is another one of the very few terrain points on this map. And we see this used primarily as I'm unendingly trying to get these headphones to stay on my head. We see this engine used a lot as a point of cover for wide flanks into blue spawn. And it does look like the target's going to be the Skyborn, with both red ships barreling down. Dysumstrom Die has kind of gotten caught out away trying to find the killing feature. And this is potentially going to be a very fast kill for Kaktuskumpelz. Skyborn trying to kerosene out, actually dodging a ram from the Dragon's Rage. Good positioning from Sunstrom on the Skyborn. Killing feature going to be chasing him. Hwacha, questionable Hwacha. It looks like they're saving most of it for the blue goldfish. Taking out one of the engines. And killing feature actually going to be forced back here. He is afraid of that Hwacha, which he's going to be taking in the engines. Hwacha fish typically regarded as a pretty strong matchup against the squid. Goldfish is one of the highest mobility ships in the game, so it can keep up with the squid fairly well. And the Hwacha is very effective against the high number of components on the squid. Squid does have four engines, and against the heavy disabling weapon of the Hwacha, it can be very difficult to keep all those engines up. And once the engines start going down, you lose the squid's primary advantage, which is its high mobility. Killing feature engaging the Skyborn, but with the Sunstorm die coming in to assist, they're unable to sustain in the fight long enough to take out the whole armor of the blue mob. Dragon's Rage now coming in, ramming the Sunstorm die, knocking out the balloon. Dragon's Rage may be going for a kill on the blue goldfish here. The Gatling coming out, getting another armor break. They just need to turn. They just need to get that Hwacha with the armor down, and that's going to be a kill. But they're just taking a little too long. Sunstorm die managing to get the armor rebuild just in time. And at the same time, the killing feature is it's having a surprising amount of difficulty with his Mobula. I'm kind of surprised that the Dragon's Rage just, well, I say that. And finally, the killing feature gets a nice angle where they're able to fire Gat Banshee unharassed, getting the kill on the mob. And this is a pretty good spot for Kaktuskumpelz. The kills often come in pairs in this game, and with the Mobula going down, Sunstorm die left all on their own. They do have that Hwacha, but the Hwacha is not going to be able to deal with two ships simultaneously, and they will go down as well. Oh my god, these headphones are driving me crazy. So now that they've gotten the wipe on blue, they do have a nice forward position into blue's spawn. I suspect that blue team's going to take either the B9 position in the upper left or potentially the H9 position on the other side of the ship. And it does like they are going to B9. This is the farthest possible spawn. Although interesting, they're not. Blue team has chosen to spawn separately. Not quite sure why the reasoning from that, and red team's already barreling down on the Sunstorm die. It's going to take a long time for that Mobula to catch up. Although, now we see Kaktuskumpelz turning to the Mobula. Or splitting up. This is interesting. Considering that both blue ships are now spotted, Kaktuskumpelz knows that blue team has spawned far apart. I'm surprised that they're not teaming up to take out one of these Superior Mobula Division ships before they're able to regroup. Instead, you see red team splitting up into 1v1 fights. Killing feature has moved to engage the Skyborn. Gatling's going out. Killing feature's armor is of course going to go down first. Very low armor value on that squid. But in outmaneuvering the Skyborn, that does mean they have a good angle for those downward Banshees, and the Skyborn's not going to be able to fire back. Nice flank, staying behind the gun arcs of the Skyborn. At the same time, these Hwacha fishes are just trying over and over to break each other's armors with those side Gatlings. The Mobula does go down. Because typically the strategy you see with a Hwacha fish in a 1v1 engagement is you use one of the piercing weapons on one of the side guns to break the armor, and then very quickly turn to face Hwacha and try to get the Hwacha timed, get it out fast enough so it hits when the armor's still down, and that allows you to get the fastest possible kill. And Banshee's going to be finishing off this blue goldfish. Now, Skyborn has taken a very far spawn on the other side of the map, and we do see this time blue team choosing to spawn together. Definitely the right decision. And with Kaktuskumpelz on match point, this does mean is that the Superior Mobula division is not allowed any mistakes here, because if they expose that Mobula for one moment, I mean, you know that the Riders are going to go for the kill. And that will be the end of the game, so I am kind of surprised to see Skyborn taking the forward position here. Perhaps trying to maybe bait the red team in, allowing Dysenstrom Die to get a perfect Watcher Barrage on the target of choice. They are moving forward. They know that red team's nearby, but they don't have spots. So they don't know exactly where they are. So they're just moving forward very carefully here. Spot finally going down on the Dysenstrom Die. So blue team is exposed. Red team still concealed by the clouds. And now Killing Feature has made his appearance, and he's charging in. Based on his angle of attack, I feel like he's going to be going for the Mobula here. He's going to try to get past the fish. Dragon's Rage, watching down the Dysenstrom Die, taking out the front gun. So the Watcher on the blue goldfish is going to be disabled for the time being. Killing Feature now moving forward for the Skyborn, going to go for a ram. Going past, not going for a ram. But the Banshee's now coming out a little early. The armor isn't quite down on the Skyborn yet. Dragon's Rage actually taking a bit of a beating here. So he needs to be careful. We see the armor break on the Skyborn. Banshee is going to be coming from the Squid. Hwacha from the Dysenstrom Die, forcing the Squid up, knocking out some of their guns. Skyborn hasn't taken too much damage here. The Gatling now coming out from the Dysenstrom Die, trying to take out the front Hwacha of the Dragon's Rage, not able to get it. Now the Gatling from the Skyborn, I believe, is going to be able to maybe finish off the Dragon's Rage's Hwacha. Not quite, but the armor does go down. Blue team doing a good job keeping red from being able to put down any sustained fire. But I think in this situation now, with the Dysenstrom Die being pushed far away from his ally, this gives red enough time that they might be able to finally pick up this kill here. Balloon is down on the Skyborn. Armor is down as well. Watch is going to come out. Watch is going to do a lot of damage here. Banshee, I think, from the Killing Feature might be able to finish them off. No. Skyborn gets the armor rebuild. Just, they have so little health. They're down to about 3% health, and Hwacha finally going to finish them off. 5-0 victory for Kaktuskumpelz 2000. They will be meeting Clan in the winners finals. The Superior Mobula division will be moving down to the losers bracket to face off against Sacrilege, and I believe that is the next match that we are going to be broadcasting on the stream.